it's set up to have people come in and tell their stories. My feeling, my understanding, my belief, my opinion about the way it's processing is that it's not set up to say, what are the solutions? What are your supports? Have you gotten off of this path? Who supported you through that? Who do you support through that? All of those same questions. And so watching sort of the rollout of the Whitehorse hearings, I was even more convinced that we aren't looking for systemic issues. We're calling a number of families in. I think we heard from between 15 and 18 people in Whitehorse. And we're hearing some pretty incredible, heart-stopping stories of what it's like for some families in Canada to exist within the violence that they're experiencing. Those are really important stories. And there's a lot of Canadians who are going to have their eyes opened because of it. But I'm not convinced they're getting us to the solutions. There is a certain component of society that absolutely thinks this is TRC 2.0 is actually the language that was coming out. And so if this is TRC 2.0, you're going to do a few big grand entries, and you're going to do some community events, and we're going to do a lot of public education, and we're going to have people tell their stories. And so then there was also, this isn't the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. This isn't something that was mandated for the government to, they had to take this on. This is something the government chose to make as a political promise to people after decades of pressure from community people. And so it is an inquiry. How do you contain what this is and what this will be for people? They want an opportunity to tell their story. We want the bleeding to stop. We want to be able to have access to this process. We've got organizations that expected to be funded through this process so that they could carry on their work. There's a whole bunch of things that are happening with this that the expectations haven't kind of been contained about what this actually will be, because you have to make some decisions around that. If I believed that, I would never have left. I believe that the Commission will have hearings and that people will come and they will tell their stories, and that the Commission will come up with a list of recommendations. I also believe that from what I've seen, we could do that with the information that exists already. So if there's something deeper and richer that is going to happen through this process, it was never revealed to me. Sure. That's my greatest fear, is that we aren't getting anything more than already exists. If I didn't feel like that, I would never leave. If I saw somewhere in there that we were going to go in and we were going to get something that we didn't have, that was going to contribute to this, okay, what are we going to do about this now? I would have stayed. We are missing and murdered Indigenous women for decades, and we've got issues between colonial and Indigenous cultures since contact. Mm-hmm. This is a ginormous issue that is the colonial project. This is the colonial project. There's no silver bullet answer for any of this. This is a complicated, multifaceted relationship building exercise. And so it's going to be very difficult to kind of get our heads around what can we do, and what do we leave for recommendations for the next steps to be done.